Hello, welcome back to the breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of a break from all the war news, and I want to talk to you guys about the U.S. economy in today's video, as we've been having a lot of headlines coming out recently that the U.S. is at risk of entering into a recession sometime this year. Also, today, the stock market just completely plummeting and falling off the cliff, and it has been going down a lot over the last week. So take a look at your screen here. U.S. risks entering recession and stock market collapses under Trump. U.S. stocks plunged, Bitcoin stumbled, and Wall Street's fear gauge hit its highest level this year as concerns about President Trump's economic policy led to a widespread market sell off today. So, yeah, I believe well over a trillion was wiped off the stock market just today in the United States. This is also a photo coming out from Polymarket, which is the world's largest market prediction website. And you can see here that the chances of a recession in 2025 has gone all the way up to 39%. Okay, and you can see just back on, what was it, February 28th, and before that, the chances of a recession in 2025 was sitting at probably right around 23, 24%, and it's hopped up all the way to 40% just over the last week or so. So right now, yeah, lots of talk about recession in the United States. We also had Donald Trump in an interview just yesterday on Sunday on Fox News, and he was asked by a reporter, whether he believed there was going to be a recession coming this year, and he basically refused to answer that question. So I think that had a lot to do with the stock market going down today, but also at the same time, we have Trump launching a trade war against so many countries right now: Canada, Mexico, tariffs on them, also tariffs on China, tariffs on the EU. So there's a lot of question right now about whether Trump's economic policy is going to negatively impact the United States economy. Are we going to go into a recession? Is there going to be something bad coming down the road here? You guys can let me know what you think. But I'm going to show you a few things that are coming out on the news right now. We're going to hop on over to a mainstream news article real quick with The Guardian. And I also have a couple things that I want to share with you guys over on X as well. So it says here, risk of Trump session is rising, economists say, as global markets fall. Donald Trump's brinkmanship and stop-start approach to tariffs rattle investors. Okay, so the tariffs have a lot to do with this. That's where it all really started, as the stock market really started to plummet after tariffs were going into effect with countries like Canada and Mexico, who are major trading partners with the U.S. So it says right here, the risk that the U.S. economy will enter recession this year is rising, according to economists, as Donald Trump's chaotic approach to tariffs continued to hit markets. Shares on Wall Street fell sharply on Monday as investors bet the president's unpredictable tariff trade war and handling of the economy would hit growth amid a recent plunge in business and consumer confidence. On another day of selling pressure in global markets, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 1.5%, while the S&P 500 was down 2.4%. Share prices also fell in Europe, as the FTSE 100 tumbled 0.9% in London. Germany's DAX was down 1.7%, and France's CAC fell 0.9%. Okay, so you can see this is a global effect too, not just in the US. Economists said the risk of a Trump session had increased as the president's brinkmanship and stop-start approach to tariffs rattled global investors, exemplified by last week's decision to pause U.S. tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico for the second time in as many months. And it says here, Trump declined on Sunday to rule out the possibility that the U.S. economy could tumble into recession this year, as he warned businesses and households to brace for a period of transition and the potential for higher inflation. Okay, so he's kind of saying that this is going to cause some pain for a period, maybe months or who knows, years maybe. But he is coming out a lot and saying that in the end, it will be very beneficial to the United States. So you guys can let me know what you think in regards to that statement. And it says here, analysts said, President could have used the interview with Fox News as an opportunity to calm jitters in financial markets, but he instead chose to press on with an increasingly chaotic approach to his second term in office. Kathleen Brooks of the trading platform XTB said Trump was putting his political goals ahead of the strength of the economy and the stock market. His flip-flopping on tariffs and his old-fashioned views of America first is weighing on consumption and knocking confidence. Wall Street economists have downgraded their growth forecast for the U.S., warning that Trump's trade wars are proving more damaging for the U.S. economy than first anticipated. Analysts at Goldman Sachs said on Friday that the chances of a U.S. recession had increased from 15% to 20% as it revised its forecast to incorporate higher tariffs and inflation alongside a hit to gross domestic product and employment. Morgan Stanley cut its 2025 GDP forecast from 1.9% to 1.5%, while we did expect growth constraining policies, tariffs, and immigration controls to precede growth supportive initiatives, tax cuts, and deregulation. Their severity has been greater than we anticipated. This is especially the case with tariffs, which have come in faster and broader than we had penciled in. It said many economists still reckon the U.S. will avoid the widely accepted definition of a recession, 2 consecutive quarters of shrinking output, but warn that latest figures show the risks are mounting. So, yeah, definitely a lot of risks right now. Obviously, recession. Inflation's a big problem. The Federal Reserve's been trying to get inflation under control for years now, even under the Biden administration, when it really started to pick up during when Biden was in office. Now we have these tariffs putting a major strain on the economy as well. So definitely like a triple threat going on right now in terms of the U.S. economy. So let me hop on over to X and show you a couple things over here as well. This one's from Australia Intel. Breaking, the American economy is collapsing over the course of the past 24-hour period. Almost $2 trillion were wiped from the stock market. Among the hardest hits was Elon Musk's Tesla. What is the Trump administration doing? Okay, so yeah, Tesla, I heard, just completely falling off a cliff right now and collapsing hard. This is what many of the stocks look like today on the U.S. stock market. You see mostly everything in red, okay? So definitely not looking good for the stock market. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is some type of, correction in the stock market? Obviously a response to many of economic policies from Donald Trump right now, or do you guys think this is something that'll just be temporary and it'll kind of, reroute itself and it'll go back up again in terms of the market and the economy, or do you guys think this is going to lead to major damage down the road? So also one more thing to share with you guys from Jürgen Naudet. U.S. stock market is crashing due to Trump's trade wars, according to Bloomberg. This is already reflected in the fortunes of the richest people in the world. They have lost billions in a matter of weeks. Wall Street's economists are predicting on economic recession in the United States. Cryptocurrencies also fell after this. Bitcoin has fallen by almost 20% in the last month. Long live King Trump. Okay, so clearly Jürgen not too happy with Trump's decisions here in terms of his economic policy. So look at all the different rich people here, all the billionaires that were being affected by this. You can see a lot of their wealth going down anywhere from like 1 to 3%, like Elon Musk here, taking a huge hit. Okay, 11.8 billion in losses already. I've heard in some cases he could have even lost up to maybe 50% of his wealth. And with the Tesla stock crashing like crazy, I'm sure he's going to be losing a lot as well. And here's one more image of the stock market today, just completely plummeting anywhere from 3 to up to 8%. I mean, look at Tesla, down almost 9% today. So what is going on right now, guys? Are we going to go into a major recession inside the United States? Is the economy going to continue to collapse, or do you guys think this is something good for the U.S. down the road? And maybe there's going to be a little bit of a bump in the road for right now, but maybe 6 months, a year from now, maybe a few years from now, the U.S. will majorly benefit from a lot of these decisions that the Trump administration is taking in terms of economic policy. So let me know what you guys think, though. I'm curious to know what you're thinking. Are you worried about a recession right now? Are you not worried? Share all of your thoughts and opinions and concerns down in the comment section of this video. But that's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.